For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 14 of the Roma career mode here on FIFA 18. We have to kind of bounce back from what is, in no small terms, an embarrassment against Juventus in the last episode. I'm sure you guys thoroughly enjoyed seeing me get battered, and it really was quite the battering. But we'll hope to bounce back today with a game away from home against Chievo Verona, and then Sassuolo back at the Stadio Olimpico before heading into the January transfer window. We have Cesena in the Cup, in the Coppa Italia, as well as Atalanta in the league, then Inter and Sampdoria, who are actually having a very good season, I think, recently. I'm not entirely too sure where they are. They're currently 6th. But someone mentioned in the comment section of the last episode, yes, we're chasing Juventus, but we do have to keep an eye on AC Milan over our shoulders, because if we lose a game and they win their game in hand, they will go level on points with us. We are 5 points behind Juventus, although it has to be said, of course, the aim this season for the board is just to finish top 3. So we're alright for now. We're alright for now. But I would like to get myself more solidified in the top 3 if possible by the end of today's episode. And as we move further into the January transfer window over the next couple of episodes, we will be looking to make some changes to the squad. I'm looking to replace Kolarov, whose stats are now starting to drop. We have 20 million in the budget, which isn't much. So I'm going to need to make changes, make sales to bring in new players. I am open to selling Castan. We tried to sell him previously and weren't able to. And Fazio, who I should be able to sell in January, I hope. And obviously Kolarov as well, who I should be able to sell in January, I hope. I should be able to use either of them as make weight in any given deal regardless. So fingers crossed we can do that. One player that is a new arrival that is unhappy is Gonalons, but I'd rather keep him at the club for now, for the rest of the season, than sell him. And another player, actually, that I just want to check because, of course, where are you? Patrick Schick is in on loan from... where's he in on loan from? Sampdoria, I think. Is it Sampdoria? I think it might be Sampdoria. But Defrel is here permanently. Now, that was initially a loan deal, I believe, that they then made permanent. But the striker situation is okay for now. We will just make sure that we get Patrick Schick in permanently next season. If we aren't able to do that, then we'll have a decision on our hands. But with regards to wide players, I like Perotti. I'm kind of thinking out loud here. I would consider selling Perotti, but I think I'd rather keep him. We've got players like Iturbe that will come back next season and could have a real impact on the side. And players like Iturbe might be my Perotti replacement from in-house. So we'll have to wait and see. Players like that will wait. Gerson is a player that can actually grow quite well, supposedly, so we'll wait and see with him as well. We have a number of other youngsters out on loan, the majority of which won't stand any chance of getting into my starting lineup. I'm desperate to get Daniele De Rossi back from injury, actually. I'm not sure how much longer he's out for. Does it say on the squad report? It should say on the squad report, actually, shouldn't it? How long his current injury is lasting. He's out for another 3 weeks with his dislocated shoulder, so he should be back before the end of the window. Should be back before the Inter game then, actually, thinking about it. We'll definitely be back before the Inter game, so that's good news. But for now, let's concentrate on the 2 games at hand. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. There'll be my player later on this afternoon, of course, as well. But for now, Chievo away. Florenzi. Inside to Rajan Nangolan. Forward into Patrick Schick. Getting the start here again ahead of Sanabria. Oh, and has a shot that's well blocked. Alright, Sorrentino. If you're sure. Ball delivered in and flicked on and over the bar by Hector Moreno. What was the goalkeeper on there? Free kick for Chievo. Bursha to take it, lofted in, headed away by Manolas, and now counter, please. Get that to Patrick Schick. There's not Nangolan. There's Mahrez though. That won't drop for Elshot. Will it? Is that a foul? No, nothing given. That was probably a little bit too physical there. Schick with the turn. Nicely done, but I'm running out of space now. I'm going to have to look for support. And we find Nangolan. Hits it early. Wanted to put his foot right through that, and he just hasn't. Moreno drilled out to Mahrez. A bit of trickery, but didn't exactly open up any space. Schick. That's nicely around the corner to Nangolan, who has been known to score the odd worldie with his left foot. And he comes very close to scoring a great goal there. Back across goal, it just wouldn't quite dip enough. Good header by Strootman. Nangolan shows good strength, but can't get to the loose ball as it bounces away from him. Girini into Gurney. Header my tackle by Pellegrini. We'll send that into Riyad Mahrez. A couple of people to get away from here, so we'll just turn and then look for Nangolan. Driving forward, but running out of space himself. That's Pellegrini looking for Riyad Mahrez. Doesn't score many goals for me, Riyad Mahrez. And that's why. Intercepted by Pellegrini into Nangolan. I'm sure I was making a move, but we will look for Schick. Drops the shoulder well, driving into the space, and the finish. Oh, keeper got a hand to it, but he's not able to keep it out. Patrick Schick on his weak foot gives us a 1-0 lead, 4 minutes before the half-time whistle sounds. Nice little bit of footwork there to turn, and the finish wasn't the best, but it was good enough to force its way past the goalkeeper. We are in front. Rui to Strootman. There's Nangolan, turns well. Schick, oh, nearly got away from the defender. Opportunity for a counter-attack. A dangerous opportunity for a counter-attack. Biss has gotten away from me. Oh, and he's hit the post. Manolas just gets it anywhere. Anywhere will do in that situation. How close do they want to come to an equaliser? And Riyad Mahrez has stayed down there, actually, from that physical challenge. He's getting himself back up now, but I need to concentrate on what's going on in my own box rather than what's going on with Riyad Mahrez. Speaking of Riyad Mahrez, now I can concentrate on him because he's actually in a great position to get in behind the other end of the pitch. Oh my lord, what a ball. Try a McGeady spin. It wasn't the McGeady spin, it was a Berber, but Mahrez! Well held by Sorrentino. Oh, jeeps. Counter-attack from one end to counter-attack the other end. But no goals. Or no additional goals. We do still have our 1-0 lead. Into Beershot. Florenzi trying to track back. He's done well to slow him down. But by slowing him down, it only meant that more people could get forward in support. This could be a goal kick. Was the keeper, I thought, that had dinked that over the, or tipped that over the top. It was actually the woodwork. Oh dear, Chievo hitting the post and then the bar in quick succession. I have taken Mahrez off now. That injury was just that little bit too much, and I couldn't quite get away from Cunningham there to give myself some space with Nangolan and get it to a man in the middle. Perotti's come on the right-hand side of midfield now, and we have half an hour to, at the very least, hold on to our lead. If not, hopefully, extend it. Pucciarelli. Girini out-muscled, but they're still able to work it out wide to catch Cacciatore. They'll go for the 1-2 here. It was well worked. Good strength shown by Hector Moreno. At least I thought, but the referee deemed that a foul. Elshar going off for Bruno Perez. And Glaze on for Girini for them. Head that away, please. It wasn't really away, was it, Alessandro? It was more just up. Nangolan with the foul. Yes, I was waiting for the free kick to be given again. Better position to actually shoot this time. And Beershot will maybe take it, or will it be Mangani? No, it looks like it's going to be Beershot. And it is, and it's over and wide. 20 minutes to go, still 1-0. Nangolan into Schick. It's a lovely turn. Oh, I've been tackled before I could find a teammate. Castro. How has one through ball like that been able to completely split my backline? Thank you, Alisson, for making the save. I don't know what was going on with my defender's positioning there, but they completely cut me apart with one ball. Nangolan will look out wide here to Perotti, who will look to dart inside and just locks off the ball and lets Cunningham come away with it. Really good opportunity for them to equalise there, Chievo. They haven't been able to take. That was baffling. I was about to blow my top there at my defenders because that was just terrible defensive positioning. Perotti into Strootman, round the corner nicely to Schick. Try and work it on his left foot, but I can't. Bruno Perez will have the pace to get to that loose ball. Work this into Pellegrini. And then go through there to Nangolan. Drop the shoulder. Oh, that's a lovely spin, but the shot this time not good enough from the Belgian. 9 minutes to go, 1-0. Hetamite. Swept up wide here to Pucciarelli. drive inside and he's turned well. Hetamai, back to Pucciarelli. Good save by Ellison, but it's going to drop here to Inglese. Tackled brilliantly by Mario Rui, and that needed to be made too. Otherwise, we were in real trouble there. And now they might be in real trouble if Bruno Perez is allowed to accelerate away. But somehow, a tired Cacciatore catches up with Bruno Perez. What's that all about? Not sure about those physical stats. Pretty sure Bruno Perez should just accelerate away at pace away from him, to be honest. But never mind. Pellegrini will fire this forward. That was a terrible pass. They've given the ball away. 90 seconds to go, and Chievo still looking for that equaliser. Florenzi cuts that out, though, nicely. And I see Bruno Perez still making that move on the far side. I pinged it, but he's not going to get anywhere near that, is he? Well, he might get near it. He might get very near it. In fact, I think I'm going to get a corner there. I am. And I'm not going to get a second goal. I might do. Bruno Perez picks it up again. We'll look out wide to Florenzi. Cut back, cross it in, flick that on, and not score. But that might be the end of the game as the ball comes forward here and is. Slim margin of victory, but it is a margin of victory, not a margin of defeat. So I'm very pleased to have picked up 3 points. Just want to keep the pressure up on Juventus, and they can kind of be the gauge as, well, throughout the series really, as to how well our team is progressing. Can't really get much worse than a 5-1 defeat, can we? So we'll be able to tell in future games how well we've progressed throughout the course of the series. And that gives us a benchmark for our position. We are only 2 points behind them. AC Milan still with that game in hand, so could go up to 35 points and still be just 3 points behind us. They have beaten us already this season, AC Milan, as well, actually, didn't they, in the 90th minute? But it's Sassuolo next for the second and final game of the episode. Corner for Sassuolo. Domenico Berardi to take it. Hands down their best player. Punched away, and I can't get to the loose ball, but Gonalons will look to clear this. I tried to play the ball through to Perotti. It would have been a great through ball to set up a counter-attack. As it happens, we might end up conceding a goal. Jean Jesus tackles Mazzatelli once, but can't come away with it for a second time. Tackles him for a second time, and comes away with it this time. De Frel looking to race away. We use his acceleration and his sprint speed. Go on, my man. Gregoire absolutely destroying their backline right now, until, of course, Feltman comes across, just leans on him and immediately takes the ball away. That's frustrating. That's one thing that he doesn't have, De Frel. Any sort of upper body strength whatsoever. All you've got to do is look at him and you'll end up out-muscling him. Sanabria. Back to Fred. De Frel. Oh, lovely ball to Sanabria. He's not scored for a while. Oh, and that remains the case. I tried to drill that hard and low and just didn't get my second button tap in time for that to... Oh, I'm very nearly floating that into the top corner. I didn't get my second button tap in time for him to hit it low, so he actually smacked it really hard and high, coming back off the woodwork. Mahrez with a decent delivery there. Jesus with a header that was really poor, and he could have let that go out for a goal kick there, the defender. Can we make them pay for that mistake? De Frel, back to Fred, into Perotti, who spins well. Look for the shot across goal. Oh, he hits both posts, and it comes out again. I can't seem to score here against... Oh, Perotti's in again. No, I can't seem to score here against Sassuolo. I'm not entirely too sure how I'm not 1-0 up right now. Here's De Frel. Sanabria is there again. We'll hit it early this time, and Concili makes a good save. De Frel races onto the loose ball. Been heavily involved so far, Gregoire De Frel, but that wasn't the best of passes. Nor was that the best of attempted tackles either. Somehow, it's still 0-0 here, but I really should be 1-0 up. Perotti desperately unlucky. So was Sanabria. Gonalons. Fred. Sanabria is there through the middle. Drop the shoulder and get it to De Frel. They expected me to go to Mahrez there. We've gone back to Sanabria. Ooh, I like that finish. I very much like that finish. What a strike. Sanabria, first time on his left foot. De Frel at cam is definitely a good option. He links up well with Schick. He links up well with Sanabria. It's just unfortunate for him that Rajan Angolan is the player that he would be in competition for that particular position. But whenever De Frel steps in that cam role, he does tend to deliver. It's another assist for him. It's a great finish for Antonio Sanabria. And we have ourselves a 1-0 lead, and we could almost instantaneously make that 2 here if Mahrez can step inside and shoot. Where's that going? Wide. Kolarov wins that header well against Berardi. I was slightly worried about playing Kolarov at left back for this one, especially with Domenico Berardi on their right hand side, but actually has been pretty pretty solid so far. Hoping to extend the lead before half-time if I can, but Sanabria's not made the best of runs for me to use there. Nice little flick by Mahrez. Get it into Defrel. He's on his left foot. Oh, but can't find the back of the net. I would like to win this by more than the single goal, but we'll have to wait and see if we can. Priority number one, I suppose, is keeping a clean sheet. Mahrez back to Gonalons. There's Fred. Back across there to Sanabria, just trying to... A bit of misdirection with their defenders. Work some space into Frel. Good shot, well saved by Concili. Decent goalkeeper, Concili, and has proven that multiple times in just this game alone already. Duncan looking to slot through Berardi, but Kollarov's positioning, which was actually the one reason why I didn't like playing him at left back at the beginning of the season, was actually on point there, and he was exactly where he needed to be to intercept that through ball. Sanabria is looking to accelerate around the outside. We'll cut this back to Fred. And there's Maxime Gonalons. I don't know what Gonalons' shooting is like, actually. Passing is okay, although Mahrez can't keep hold of the ball. So, doesn't matter how good your passing is, if the man you give it to can't keep hold of possession. That's a lovely ball through, and Andone's in behind Fazio here. Jesus trying to catch up. Andone's forced himself very, very tight. And the angle was just a little bit too much for him in the end. Drilling it hard and low across goal and wide. Perotti. Sanabria's made the run. Oh, it's a great touch to get him in behind. That surely has to be a penalty. Defender, last-ditch attempt from Acerbi. It's a yellow card for him. There were a couple of other defenders, or at least one for sure, alongside him in the box. So it wasn't necessarily a red card challenge, but yeah, you can see another man right next to him. But I was about to shoot there, and he's just wiped him out. Perotti apparently to take it, but you know what? Scored a good goal earlier on, and he won the penalty himself, so Sanabria can take it. I didn't realise Perotti had 90 penalties. Sanabria can take it. Oh, I've still got the target thing on. There we go. Tell you how many penalties I've had in this save. Not many, because the target's still on. And Sanabria misses. Superb. Was on target, though, so I mean, it doesn't matter whether I have the target arrow on or off in situations like that. It's just the goalkeeper choosing the right way to go. Kollarov with the turn, looking for Sanabria, finds him, looking to brush off the defender but can't. Corner to come in, Perotti whips it, Kollarov knocks it down. Oh, strike from Under, literally his first touch after coming on for Riyad Mahrez, came on as that corner was about to be taken and immediately involved and volleys that very well on target, but straight at the keeper unfortunately for him. Maxime Gonalons trying to intercept there but can't get there. Perotti back defensively, and now Andone draws a good save out of my goalkeeper. Getting a bit stretched here this game now. Kollarov's wins that header very well. There's Defrel. Under's making that run, but Defrel will turn well. And I will lay that back, and then quickly to Sanabria. Spin, shoot, score, 2-0, game over, end of highlight. Sanabria tackles, going to drive forward, poke that through, and a quick third, Defrel deserves a goal from the way that he's played so far in this game, and he now has it. Tabao in front of the Stadio Olimpico, Roma 3, Sassuolo 0. Now we're starting to prove how dominant we've been all game. Good header by Jesus, Fred through the gap. Go on, Under, keep that run going. He's in behind, Under squeezes at home for 4. I do like Under, I really do. He's been extremely good for me this season. That was on his weaker right foot as well. It's only his second goal in Serie A. He hasn't featured that heavily, but obviously we brought in Riyad Mahrez. So I can't be too critical of him, but he's played very, very well. In fact, he might be genuinely the Perotti replacement for when Perotti eventually moves on, because he will obviously age out at the top of this series eventually. But oh wow, I didn't realise I was quite that dominant in that game. That's refreshing though. After getting smacked by Juventus and only narrowly beating Chievo Verona at the beginning of the episode, I'm delighted with that. Juve have won by 3-1 though, so they'll stay top. And I didn't quite glance at AC Milan's result there. Oh, they lost! No, they didn't. No, they didn't lose. They won. Okay, I'm just trying to keep up with memory. They can still go third, with a win in their game in hand, which apparently will be against Bologna, as that's the only other team that have only played 18 games. Still only 2 points off top, though. And undoubtedly when Milan win their game in hand, they'll only be 3 points behind us. So it's going to be a close run thing, I think, for the title. And both Milan sides could be in with a shout of it. Sampdoria will probably fade away. Napoli have had a disappointing start to the season. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. But actually, let me advance as far as the 1st of January. I don't want the Mexico job, thank you very much. And that should be about Daniele De Rossi, and is. That's good news. Right, we'll have a quick train, and then we'll advance into January. Just have a quick glance at the squad to see if anyone's actually gone up in overall rating. Ratings obviously update each 1st of the month. And we don't actually have a game until the first weekend. Because the first comes on a Monday. We might get an offer or two on the opening day. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see. But drop the video a like if you enjoyed, of course. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. I've had an email informing me about the window, but no actual bids in yet. Was that Fred getting Player of the Month? I think, unless that was the previous month, and it's now only going to show transfer stuff. Oh, no. It is Fred getting Player of the Month. Congratulations. I didn't think he'd been that much better than anyone else in the team, but he's won Player of the Month. Fair play, my man. Right, that's going to be all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.